So there you go, friends. Let's see. It was about four days ago, late in the week, early in the weekend. Sandy saw I was still sleeping, and she got me. She told me to wake up. It's time to get cranking here. And I said, what? Who? She said, well, she says, you remember today we're going to the Salvation Army and get you some. We got to get you some better dungarees. And this time I'm going with you, she said. I said, well, yeah, if you want to come with me, but why do you feel like you got to come with me? I mean, I don't mind. He said, no big whoop. He says, last time you went, you got a pair of pants, you got a pair of dungarees that was so tight you looked like you were like from the waist down you were nothing but toothpicks. They were way too tight on you, and they went down in cone shape. You looked kind of like you were walking on ice cream cones. They were so darn tight on your legs. Rest of you, they weren't, but for some reason, these were an odd size, and for some reason that's what you got. Jeez, she said. I said, well, okay. I guess we can bring them back to the Salvation Army. They won't. I mean, I will just give them to them, and they can try to maybe sell them to someone that'll fit, right? She says, yeah, we'll do that. Says, but you got to find some that's a good place for dungarees. They're real cheap. Let's go. March. I said, yes, ma'am. And and well, we next thing you know, we're down at the old SA, the Salvation Army, and I like them. I think the Salvation Army does a great job helping people uh, who are in a jam, and they're very good at that kind of thing. I almost joined them back when I was, oh gosh, in my late teens, early 20s. Yeah, darn near did. And I think I would have liked it. But in any case, that being neither here nor there, Sandy and I go strutting in, and they have a big one here in Hackettstown. I'll bet that store might just be a little under an acre, and it's all clothes, used clothing. Yes, it's used clothing, but it's all been cleaned, it's been looked over, and it's on racks just like you're in a fancy clothing store. And that's part of what I like about it. I know rich people go there too, but people who are down on their luck can go there and come out with a nice suit jacket for maybe the dance for their child, to go to the eighth grade prom, that kind of thing. Or someone who's maybe doesn't have all the money on earth but wants to look good at work. Uh, they can get a good suit jacket there, slacks, and the women can get pretty dresses and accessories, and it's nice. And it and anything you buy, the money goes to the expenses of the store, of course, but whatever's left over goes into the tough spots in cities where the Salvation Army really does a fantastic job of getting people out of the jams they're in. So, it's a very much a win-win situation. So I go looking around. We returned the we had two pair of pants. One looked like I returned them. We just gave them back. We didn't take money for them. We just gave them, we didn't ask for refunds. It was our fault for not really, actually my fault for going in there by myself without my escort, Sandy. The one pair of pants I got, again, that was 3 or 4 months ago, was fine. It's a perfectly good pair of pants. The other pair of pants had peg legs. It honestly looked like ice cream cones, but in denim. Yeah. And I didn't really, I had a little trouble pulling them on. And then I don't know, they went down like, yeah. And, and they were so tight down around the ankle. It was, I didn't think it looked that bad, but I did look like I had some kind of, like I was walking around on these real big ice cream cones. It's pretty much what it looked like. And well, Sandy returned them. She brought them in, said, "We don't want any money. We're not looking for a monetary return, but these didn't fit him." He didn't pay attention. The the one of the ladies working who was helping Sandy goes, "Yeah, yeah, I remember him." And so I was in the doghouse and returned the pants. The lady said, I think the lady said, "Do you want a refund?" Sandy says, "No, you're the Salvation Army, for crying out loud. Just show us where the dungarees are. This time, I'm watching them." The wife and the Salvation Army volunteer said, "Yeah, I don't blame you. Look at them." And yeah, they're both shaking their heads. And but I said, "Gosh, girls, I'm a really nice guy. Don't. What's wrong? Did you see how you looked in how you must have looked in the? Can you imagine how you must have looked in those little ice cream cone pant legs? Oh God, I love it, Duck. We've got better clothes than that for you. Come on, here." And the lady takes me to a spot where there was stuff a little more my size, and I got a darn nice pair of pants, dungarees too. And I don't think they were much more than about $5. Try going buying dungarees at one of the superstores for $5. Good luck. Good luck. And so I got me I switched out the old pair and got that nice used pair that frankly looks pretty darn good on me. I'm going to use that for DJing. Yep. And work at the supermarket too. Perfectly good pair of pants. Sure, gently used, but they look fine. I would suggest to you, there's a lot of Salvation Army stores all over as near as I know, all over the country. Especially if you got kids that are growing fast. You know, they outdo their they outdo their underpants, let alone their slacks and their shirts. And get the clothes. Once they start getting to where it's looking a little too tight, get those clothes off them, stick them clean them, put them in a bag, take them to the Salvation Army, and bring the kid, and tell the kid to go pick out a few things. And then, like Sandy did with me, watch him, make sure he gets the right fit. And women seem to know this stuff. Guys, no, they don't. You got to be kidding. I've seen. Well, I'm older than dirt, and I certainly didn't have it figured out, and probably never will. But you know, guys, if you got a wife, girlfriend, bring. I wouldn't bring both of them. No, I'd bring. If you got a girlfriend, go with the girlfriend. Your significant other. Go with them and let them kind of put in their 2 cents. And if you know what you're doing, you'll you'll take heed as to what they say. Okay, it'll. You just may as well face it. Girls know more about how to dress us than we do. We didn't necessarily play with dolls. They did. Okay, just saying. Just saying. So I would again suggest your local Salvation Army store. They're around, not in every town, but they're in a lot of towns. And again, that money just goes like crazy to helping people who are hooked on drugs, sick, maybe just out of jail, maybe going into jail, poor. You get the idea. And they do an awful lot to help to feed and clothe and get those people into shelter, that kind of thing, and perhaps help them get off of. I'm assuming the Salvation Army most likely has something going where they help people who are addicted too. I can almost guarantee that. Don't know for sure, but I think they do. And there you go. Cities are safer because of them. Okay, so there you go. Salvation Army, gung ho. And I don't, I'm not sure if I got the pants on that came from them, but I did get a very good deal. I think it was, like I said, $4, $5, something like that. Not much at all. So there you go. See you later. God bless. You know what? It's the Salvation Army, Doc, for crying out loud. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. So be it. By the way, another thing, you can try all these clothes on at the Salvation Army. They got nice changing rooms, so you can, make sure they fit you just right. Okay, see you later. Bye now.